War Robots Frontiers is a high-stakes multiplayer mech shooter where strategy and firepower collide across the stars. Pilots customize their towering war machines, form squads, and engage in explosive battles that demand precision, teamwork, and a keen tactical edge. Whether charging headfirst into chaos, seizing control points, or fighting for survival, every battle is a test of skill and engineering mastery. The Wild 10's war-torn landscapes offer both opportunity and danger, while Titan's massive, devastating war machinistan ready to turn the tide. With constant updates and new content, the battlefield is always evolving. In this universe, victory isn't just about firepower, it's about being the smartest mech on the battlefield. Many players agree that this mech-based multiplayer shooter has serious potential, but it's still early days. The core gameplay is engaging, and the absence of pay-to-win mechanics for no feels refreshing. Stability is solid, and the visuals, while not groundbreaking, are pleasing. However, concerns are growing over balance, matchmaking, and emerging cheats like wall hacks and God mode. Some fear a future riddled with microtransactions, reminiscent of its mobile predecessor. Movement and controls don't quite capture the weight of true mechs, feeling sluggish at times. While it's enjoyable, it risks becoming a shallow, grind-heavy experience if not carefully managed. Everhood 2 is a surreal adventure that plunges players into a vibrant, otherworldly realm where music is both a weapon and a guide. A celestial raven has chosen a worthy soul to face the enigmatic Mind Dragon, leading to a journey filled with rhythm-based battles, bizarre landscapes, and curious companions. With over 100 songs fueling the action, reality bends and twists in unexpected ways. The game invites players to challenge the impossible, embrace the unknown, and maybe even share a laugh with the oddball beings they meet along the way. Just remember, some truths lie beyond the river of death, and some beats are harder to dodge than others. Players are of the opinion that Everhood 2 is a wild, mind-bending sequel that drags them into a neon-drenched fever dream of rhythm combat, bizarre encounters, and existential musings. The gameplay refines its predecessor's unique mix of RPG exploration and rhythm-based dodging, offering intense battles set to a chaotic and mesmerizing soundtrack. While the music fuels the experience, some players feel it doesn't quite match the highs of the original. The story, an enigmatic whirlwind of surreal characters and philosophical ponderings, is either a fascinating mystery or a frustratingly incoherent mess, depending on who you ask. Despite some repetitive battles and occasional technical hiccups, the game remains an audacious, hypnotic ride. However, not everyone is convinced it lives up to its predecessor, with some questioning whether the first game's brilliance was a happy accident. For those willing to embrace the chaos, though, Everhood 2 promises a trip like no other. Two Point Museum is a lively and quirky take on the world of museums, where curators must balance discovery, design, and delightful chaos. Across multiple museum locations, players send out experts on daring expeditions, returning with rare exhibits to impress visitors and generate buzz. The Explorer Edition adds even more flair. With exclusive items, statues, and a prestigious head, start managing a museum isn't all about placing artifacts. Guests have high expectations, and some of them have sticky fingers. Keeping exhibits pristine, staff motivated, and thieves and children in check is just part of the challenge. With themed decorations, guided tours, and a vast selection of exhibits, every museum can be a masterpiece. Just remember, a well-fed guest is a happy guest, and a happy guest is less likely to see the response to the game is durchweg positive. 2 Point Museum bleibt der Bewahrten, formal true, bringt aber frisch Ideen ins Spiel. Der typisch 2 Point Humor trifft auf new Mechaniken, darunter Expeditionen im Stil von Anno 1800. Die strategische Entscheidungen und Belohnungen mit sich bringen. Die kreativen Gestaltungsmöglichkeiten sind beeindruckend, Mit Anpassbaren Objekten und Detailreichen Animationen. Die charmante Präsentation. Gepart mit einer stabilen Performance und einer gelingenen deutschen Sprachesgabe, macht das Spiel zugänglich und unterhaltsam. Die Twitch-Integration sorgt für interaktiv, wenn auch fordernd Herausforderungen. Fans der Reihe fühlen sich sofort zu Hause, während Nulange einen leichten Einstieg haben. Mit seinem hohen Suchtfaktor, einer Mischung aus Strategie, Humor und Kreativität, begeistert 2-Point-Museum auf ganzer Linie ein Gelingens. Spassiges und charmantes Aufbespiel, das zum Stundenlangen Tüfteln einlädt.
Magnificent museum. Tell your friends, bring your family. After all, you can't spell museum without you.
Knights in Tight Spaces is a tactical turn-based game set in the medieval world, building on the beloved gameplay of fights in tight spaces. Players engage in strategic battles with stunning action movie-style visuals and intense animations, all while vibing to an electronic soundtrack. Mastering the environment is as crucial as perfecting your moves, with deck synergies and team-up combos providing the key to success. With over 300 cards, a variety of character classes, and endless upgrade possibilities, every battle presents new opportunities and challenges. Careful team selection is vital, as alliances and rivalries blur in unexpected ways. Whether climbing the daily play leaderboard or diving into the endless mode, the game keeps players on their toes. It's not just about making the right moves, it's about making them in tight spaces. Many players agree that this sequel to Fights in Tight Spaces brings new depth, introducing multiple characters and varying classes, adding fresh tactical layers. Combat feels enriched by the inclusion of equipment and new party dynamics. The environments and character designs are smoother and more polished, while the music pumps up the intensity. However, the game stumbles with a lack of satisfying sound effects. Punches and kicks feel hollow, which dampens the impact of combat. The UI is also cumbersome, with core information spread across the screen, making it less intuitive. Replaying the same prologue and events can feel repetitive, further dimming the excitement. Despite these drawbacks, it's a fun experience for fans of the original, but may not win over newcomers or those who weren't fully sold on the first game. Grand Theft Auto V Enhanced is a high-octane crime saga set in the sprawling city of Los Santos, where a trio of unlikely aliases street hustler, a retired bank robber, and a dangerous psychopath find themselves caught in the city's brutal underworld. With ruthless enemies lurking around every corner, they must execute daring heists to survive. The enhanced version amps up the action with stunning visuals, featuring ray tracing, faster loading times, and immersive controls like dynamic resistance through the DualSense controller. In GTA Online, players dive into an evolving world filled with heists, races, and social spaces, where they can rise from street-level hustler to kingpin. The chaos never ends, and neither do the thrills. Early reactions to the game suggest that Rockstar's enhanced version of GTA V feels more like a cash grab than a true upgrade. While the graphics have been slightly improved with ray tracing and some minor changes, the game still lacks essential features like text chat in online mode, and character progress transfers are not as seamless as promised. The introduction of GTA Plus membership, offering limited in-game perks, has drawn heavy criticism, with many players feeling it's just a way to extract more money from the community. Despite being free, the update doesn't live up to the enhanced title, and for many, it's a frustrating reminder that Rockstar's focus might be more on microtransactions than actual game improvements.
The cops, they're actively facilitating. Well, it's this.
Seekers of Skyveil is a high-stakes MOBA extraction RPG where players venture into the treacherous land of Skyveil. Teams of up to 3 face rival seekers, powerful creatures, and ever-changing dangers across dynamic maps. Choose from a growing roster of heroes, each with unique abilities, and decide whether to extract early with your loot or gamble for even greater rewards by pushing deeper. Every expedition is unpredictable, with shifting threats, strategic stealth, and thrilling team fights. Risk it all for legendary treasure or face the consequences of staying too long. In Skyveil, fortune favors the bold but power is never guaranteed. Players are of the opinion that the game, though still in early access, has a lot of promise. The veteran player base is helpful, and the developers are actively involved, quickly addressing player concerns. Progression has been streamlined, with new players now given enough currency to unlock characters early on, and developers are already working on expanding stash space. While the game's concept is solid and the combat enjoyable, there are still some rough edges, particularly around endgame progression. The quest system is clear and the resource farming is manageable, but some players feel the monetization is too aggressive, with high costs for unlocking characters. Despite its flaws, the game is fun, with dynamic maps and varied characters, and it offers a unique blend of MOBA and extraction gameplay. Overall, it's a game worth keeping an eye on as it continues to evolve. HENPRI story. Tulip Prison is a twisted, inescapable penitentiary, housing criminals deemed too dangerous or broken for society. Set on a remote island, it's where Shuichiro Minato, a young man sentenced to 10 years of hard labor for his so-called self-expression, must now navigate a world of monsters disguised as humans. As the prison's only real escape is to survive, Shuichiro's fight isn't just against the system, it's against the terrifying residents who inhabit it. He meets Hanamaru, a calm, calculating figure who becomes his first ally, offering survival advice in a place where no one trusts anyone. Then there's Kuribayashi, the fiercely independent drone girl, who makes it clear she prefers solitude, and if you cross her, you'll regret it. In a prison where nothing is what it seems, Shuichiro's greatest challenge may be finding hope before it's too late. The response to the game is overwhelmingly positive, with players praising its intense narrative and emotional depth. Developed by Q-Repo, known for the new Katashi series, HENPRI takes the dark and gripping atmosphere to a whole new level. Set in a prison and filled with violence, it challenges players with a twisted journey of suffering and growth. The protagonist, Shuichiro, along with the main female leads, Chisato, Tika, and Noah, undergo significant development, keeping players deeply engaged. Even after completing the main routes, the game offers a final twist that fans won't want to miss. For anyone experiencing technical issues or looking to discuss the game, the official Discord community is active and welcoming.
違い